Dun, 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 dun. Ah, there I am. Hold on. Here we go. That's not even mine. What am I doing here? Chillin', 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 killin', chillin', chillin', together. You know, even though I don't save these, not sure. Feels so good in the moonlight. That's what that is right there. I never did know the point. I've never reprimanded you for being late before. Why would I start now? I'm not the reprimanding type. But I'm glad to see you. How you doing, BC? I'm still trying to work out how to use it on that computer. I'm good with hardware, but I'm terrible at software. Yeah, you usually do. And I don't begrudge you for that. It's just always funny because, like, I'm about to sign off or, like, take off. And then you're like, what's up? And I'm like, uh-oh. And I got to make sure to talk to you. I want to make sure to chop it up because you're always cool. That's all I'm saying. Dr. Z. And I'm well. How are you? And how's the wife? They're both being good? Yeah, I know you're just joking, BC. Yeah, no, that was good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, no, always good for a quick hello. I always appreciate that. I'm just chilling out in the moonlight. Yeah, I got that light, so I got a little bit of perpetual energy going on. Glad I have something cracking. I was sitting there working out how to do all that StreamYard stuff. So I can do that, but it would be with the watermark at the top. No, that's the moon. Sitting up there in its lunar goodness. Just ain't no definition on this cam. But yeah, like I said earlier, I was teaching myself a little bit of how to work the StreamYard, and then eventually I'll work Streamlabs and OBS and all that once I figure that out. That way I can have what they call proper panels. That way you guys just don't have to hear my voice. I can listen to y'all, and y'all can drop those dulcet tones on me. Y'all again, really? Y'all always show up here at night. A couple of dogs. There's another big one. He always comes and challenges me, and then, bucks up, and then don't want to do nothing. It's always funny. OTT, other than that, I'm just getting calls, from back where I'm from, and hearing from Fam Bam, and all kinds of stuff coming up that I got to get all prepared for. What? What do you want? Shut up. Don't start with me. Every time I step forward, you run. Don't even. Y'all know I will bust y'all heads open. It's kind of weird though, because the Rottweiler is real cool with me. It's the small dogs that don't like me. It's been like that since I was a kid. I don't get it. Small dogs and me just don't get along. Although I was thinking about it recently, from this perspective, it looks like you're laid down and I'm sitting over you. Or standing over you, whichever, context. It is weird to me. But I don't like holding the camera while I talk because I got slippery fingers. I'm very clumsy. They'll just, and I don't need to damage my property more than I already have. Yeah, no, StreamYard, that's the one I'm going to go with because it seems like it's got the easiest interface for me, at least for now, because like I said, I'm good with hardware, but software, forget it. I'm like, nah. It takes me fiddling around and making mistakes left and right. But this ain't that kind of conversation, What's going on with you? Just chilling, Chief? About to get your game on? But then somebody said, like I was working on the streamer, and they said, and they said, you better be careful, otherwise you're going to go into reaction territory. Yes. Yeah, I finally managed to get in those first 3 episodes. Pretty good stuff. But you know what I liked? SNL, the Pedro Pascal was on SNL, and they did like dystopian version of Mario Kart, the movie. It was excellent. It was almost as good, but it was just as good as Grouch with David Harbour, where they did like a dark Sesame Street. Pedro Pascal was like, "It's a me, Mario." Which, naturally had me rolling in the aisle. Heck, I might turn on the StreamYard and watermark be damned just so I can watch that. Again, you know, put on the screen so we can watch that. Because I got my laugh on with that. I was like, I'd watch this. The other one they did I thought was pretty good was they did like an updated Family Matters. So yeah, Steve Urkel, still Steve Urkel, but he's got a Glock on him, and he's a G as well as a nerd. Like he started beating up a guy and went, "Did I do that?" Suffice it to say, I was thoroughly amused. Yeah. But yeah, the Grouch one where it's like Sesame Street, but it's like all gritty, made like Joker. They always do those, but you know what? As long as they're funny. And I'll never get tired of cabinet arcade games. Even though, you know, the first Double Dragon still has like one of the most messed up endings for me. I was like, this makes no sense. It just begged too many questions. Oh. Well, okay then. But, you know, the weird part is I'm not even close to surprised about that. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm just not surprised that they would have that out there. I mean, come on, there's an alternative version of everything. Darn near, anyway. Yep. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about getting, you know, like some type of emulator, Neo Geo emulator, just so I could play a Kabuki Clash. It ain't like I'd be entering any contests or speedruns. It'd just be fun to be streaming that again. I used to be the game I used to love to play. But if I did it, I gotta have an arcade pad. Joystick just don't work. That's why I like arcade cabinet. Because remember back in the day, you'd have like the arcade game and then like the home console version was kind of subpar. You know, like you'd get like the Nintendo version of Double Dragon, it just didn't hit as hard as the arcade version, but it was still cool. Here I am babbling, going off on tangents. I'm pretty sick with it. Yeah, there's a lot of those things. I just don't, I can't afford that stuff to like, you know, I don't want to break anything and then I don't have it, you know what I'm saying? Of course it's a little expensive. What I like PlayStation to do, if anything, speaking of PS3, is I like them to bring back the PlayStation Home. I loved PlayStation Home. It was like that whole Sims-like world where you had your avatar, you walked around, you get to check out music, play actual games, and it was like the social networking. It was basically like Metaverse. Maybe get it to where you can actually communicate through your headset. Then again, you might have been able to. I didn't have a headset back then. Tell you the truth, I'm so new to this headset gaming. Because usually I never played multiplayer games. I always just, played individually. But then I started broadcasting. So I'm like, gotta learn. But like I always tell people, there are no hints, there are no tips, there are no tricks here. I'm just a dude chilling with chillers. Of course. Of course. You use a kid's VR and that's what's going to happen. When you think you're out, you get pulled right back in. Because that's how that works. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I'll increase my gaming repertoire soon. I mean, I'm working on it. I'm working on, at least making the channel a little bit more fun for y'all instead of me just playing the same game and kind of zoning out. But I only play the games for a background. I just do that so I can talk to y'all, chop it up. Because otherwise I get real shy on the camera like I am now. And that like brings that happy balance. Yeah. Like I told y'all, this spot's for my therapeutic purposes, but I'm still like trying to make it somewhat entertaining. Except I don't like doing edits and all that because I feel like that is the thing. If it looks too perfect, that's the problem. I like imperfections and stuff. Only because, it's more real. Yeah, that's what it is, more real. But I also get like editing down for time constraints. Yeah. Well, you're gonna be your own worst critic, right? Of course you're gonna edit every time you get it right. I mean, but I don't really know. I mean, I don't know the perfection rule on that. I just think about it in terms of like when I watch wrestling matches. When I watch a wrestling match, my thing is, if it looks too perfect, that's my problem with it. It doesn't look like a fight, man. Because no fight's ever clean. It's sloppy and it's supposed to look ugly. Yeah, it looks like they're trying. And it doesn't look like a routine. Because that's the secret, is to make it not look like a routine. And what's the other thing? Well, just in general, when you're trying to make everything perfect, all you're doing is just letting it pass you by. Because while you're working on perfecting it, somebody done already got what you got going on, and they done damned it out and probably you know, took some of the ideas you had, but, you know, they came out with it first, and ain't they stole from you. Because you're busy in the lab being insecure. The only reason I said it is because I got that problem. That's why I say it like that. Because that's why I delete all of my streams, and I don't know why. It's just me talking. I forgot the name of the complex, you know, where you're constantly second guessing yourself so much so that you never really release anything. I have that issue. And sometimes I have it to where I go like, screw it, and then I put out some of my worst work without thinking about it. But I'm like, good. At least if it's screwed up, I can fix it. And I know you don't get a second chance to make a first impression, but you could always redeem yourself, right? And there is a chance to get on the road to redemption, at least until you're dead or something. I don't know, I'm just babbling. Because all I'm seeing is two people here, so I'm like, at least trying to speak to y'all. Or something. Wisdom. I never thought myself wise. Or I thought myself very smart. But don't get it twisted. I accept it. I thank you for the compliment. Yeah, you know what? That's the messed up thing about my memory. Like, I can remember these elaborate details about certain stuff, but then I'll forget how to turn a doorknob occasionally. It's really messed up. But that's like somebody that can tell you all those things about quantum physics, but they don't remember how to screw in a light bulb. But yeah, see, that's just because it's kind of cold out here. But, you know, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's cool by me, though. I mean, they say it's cold. It's not really cold. If all I need is a hoodie, I'm chilling. I'm chilling with my chillers. Always, whenever I do these on the phone, the thing I like about it is that it kind of gives me a time limit because I notoriously don't charge my phone enough. Like, I never go all the way up. I just charge it enough to where I can, you know, shoot a couple of short videos, and then, like, you know, I stream, and then when the battery power is about dead, I usually have to go. In this case, I got a little bit of time, so the weather don't bother me, though. Well, I'm from Chicago. I'm used to the snow that doesn't, you know, melt under your foot. So it don't bother me. Heck, all I got on is this thin hoodie. Why am I in the mood to listen to the HMS Pinafore? Oh yeah, no, been there. Where you laugh and your lips get split. I remember those days. But in the same token, I'm like, nah. That's like the only time where I can, speak and not be interrupted, so people can hear what I gotta say. If there's anything worth saying, Most of it's contingent on what y'all be talking about. If we're chopping up and having wonderful palaver, that's what keeps me able to keep this combo rolling. To tell you the truth, the only thing that bothers me about chilly weather is that, when it's extremely hot or like it's reasonably cold, my sinuses go nuts. But that's also okay. Man. Yeah, no, I've been to the West Coast a few times. Been all over the state. What is this in my pocket? Oh, yeah. I'm going to definitely have to use that one on a quote battle. That's a classic. Hey, Enforcer. You doing gravy, Enforcer? I hope you gravy. Gravy means good. Like good gravy. Yep. Been all over. Yeah, I've always liked traveling. Yeah, I don't know. I feel more comfortable when I travel. Oh, see, that's what I like to hear, Enforcer. That's what I like to hear. I like you doing great. I knew you would. Oh, yeah. The reason why I'm also streaming is because none of the people that I normally watch were on. So, yeah, I was safe. It was a safe bet for me to be able to stream without stepping on anybody's toes. Because even though, it's really hard to not do that, I still try. Hey, show me Sasquatch. Yeah, show me Sasquatch. I was gonna do one yesterday, kinda, but I saw he was doing one, and I didn't know he was long gonna be on it. Then he did a straight up 8-hour power. Went on there, enjoyed chopping it up with him and whatnot. That was cool. I'm still trying to figure out how you got those wonderful panels going on that cell phone. It just kept me stuck in ponderance. Eh, people gonna be who they want to be. They gonna do what they want to do. I don't bother to judge nobody for what they do. And I don't bother them for what they are either. Too much work. It's always memory, battery life. As is, the condition. That's what I do. But like I said, you was having those wonderful panels going on. And you told me before that you do this all on your phones. So that's why I was like, how does he get those wonderful panels? Well, of course you were there positively. You're always positive. From what I've seen, you're never negative, so. Yep. Yeah, this phone's Wi-Fi, baby. Like, it's strictly Wi-Fi. There's no carrier on it. Yeah, charge station. But I'm like, streaming 40 straight hours. I'm like, that's a job. Heck, 8 hours is a job. Yeah, there's yeah, Modern Native, he does his streams from the woods whenever he does stream. Like, he makes a lot of videos, but they're mostly in the woods, surviving and like showing survival and whatnot. Cool guy. Yeah, that's how people make it sound sometimes. That's yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Let me see here. Oh, good. I still got some in the tank. Although I did go past my 30. But there ain't no new Last of Us I need to watch today, so. I still gotta watch Let the Right One In, even though they canceled it. Maybe check out the Mayfair Witches, because I read all those books. I'm about to look. Well, I'm good. As far as I know, they're good too. Don't really know. I mean, they told me they're gravy. Like I said, I hope you're alright. What is all that yelling? Ugh. There we go. This is the part that I like. Oh yeah, the homie gonna be on in a minute. He's gonna be on PS, and I gotta get on that game. Probably I gotta jump back into the world, and yada yada yada. I still haven't even touched that Star Wars game I downloaded. Oh yeah, man, I still gotta figure out how to work that StreamYard. That's what I was working on. But I decided to stream, get one through the mobile real quick. Oh man, this was on? What does this say? No. I'll just checking my other phone real quick. Yeah, it was strange and nobody else was on tonight. Or maybe I missed them. I was, doing much stuff. Yeah, either which way. How you doing, Foster? There's the train to Clarksville. Get 2 more minutes. Yeah, that'll work. It's snap into a Slim Jim. Ah, there we go. Well, yeah, pretty much.